Baby, when I tell you that Mona Sky Young is really making her mark back to TV, because the way that this last scene had me like, huh? Child, this entire season so far has just been one big Negro Vella.
Let's talk about it.
I want people to have fun. Let's kick back. Let's get into a little tea. Let's not get too crazy, but let's enjoy the sip.
Clock that tea.
But let's get to the chi-chi, the kiki, the internet bull.
When you mention them kids, you finna get that ass beat.
Akbar, where your kids at? They still separated all over town? What happened?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Tasiki, I thought y'all made up. What, like, Tasiki, you get on my nerves. Go sit down. Go sit down.
You know what I mean? So I don't look down on them because I'm a celebrity. These are still women.
Okay. Ak Burger. Candy cousin. Candy is a celebrity. Akbar, you was on a couple of seasons of Love and Hip Hop.
Ready? Yep, I like this playing with the hair looking back.
It's giving real catalog. It's giving real Sears, real JCPenney, real call this number at 2 a.m. in the morning, real housewife, real moo. It's giving Big Mama your arm.
Fitness, sobriety, and the Bible. That's all I'm striving for.
But some old hair.
Girl, bye. Tokyo Tony's daughter, you supposedly changed, but yeah, you want to love hip hop. Girl, bye. Your boyfriend cute in an ugly type of way. He cute. He got a big ass nose. No colorism. Because y'all know how y'all be doing. Not y'all, but y'all.
On these amazing ways with you looking amazing on our husband wife stuff.
Is he gay? No shade. He giving me real Atlanta. What's the gospel nigga that be singing? Oh, you're with me. Oh, yeah. Church ain't going nowhere. JP, are you with me? Whatever his name is. His son. Don't he look like him?
But every day we're monitoring her closely and things are getting better. But
it's giving Coach D. Yeah. Diana, what you doing out there loving hip hop Miami, girl? What happened to Bring It? I thought you brought that shit back.
Are you Dr. Mc? No, this is not Dr. McDad. This is Dr. Chad. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. He had to go up to Virginia.
He's cute, but gay. TJ would be interested in him. Oh. Well, yes. That's not a shocker.
I feel like there's been a lot of focus on me, and we haven't talked about Jesse's man.
Oh,
is this your future husband?
Oh, Stacey, you're messy.
Who is he?
Don't cry, Camila. Don't cry.
Mila, come on.
Bitch, why you crying? Ain't you a bad girl? Ain't you a baddie? You want to cry in this house, but you want to be online yapping it at Mariah Land.
I don't even want to be on camera.
He either smells like bologna or Old Spice. I just know it. But he is so sexy. I would have to swallow him up.
But I don't want to make it about money or anything because I'm not rich. They are.
Right. Camilla said, I only cash one Zeus check. I love my man because he do me messy. I like the way you are. 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 Excuse me. Because I spy with my little queer eye. Who is that right there? Who is that right there next to the Zeus logo? Who is that right there next to the Zeus logo with the skinny ass braids? Who that? Who that? I would like to know it. I would like to know who he is. What is going on, y'all? It's Santana, aka Chi-Chi. And we are back for another 304s and a 305. Okay, shout out to Pitbull. Girl, these episodes just keep getting worse and worse and worse. Shout out to Erica De Niro because this truly is a Negro telenovela. Okay, so we just gonna call this a Negro vela from now on because, girl, the way that this episode ended, I said, what? What? Excuse me? Because just 2 episodes ago. But okay. It was a few things that had me like, okay, see, this is why I stopped watching this bullshit in the first place. Okay, listen, I'm gonna have to figure it out because Patreon, like we be watching the episodes on Patreon and they be like 42 minutes long, the episodes, but my videos, because I talk so much, end up being 2 hours long. And some of that I can actually save for the YouTube review because by the time I get back over here, I ain't got shit to say because I done said it already on Patreon. Listen, patreon.com/Santana. It's only 11:11, girl. Go get the full tea. So we about to get into this episode. It was cute. I'm definitely enjoying this season of Love and Hip Hop Miami. It's not really annoying me. I feel like they are annoying, like the cast is annoying and they're doing annoying things, but it's not annoying me. You know, like I thought that I was gonna be like one and done, like do like maybe 2 episodes and whatever, but I'm actually not mad. I'm not mad at it. I just it's just the fact that everybody and their mama is on this show now and getting a confessional. Like literally, like Shay went to go see her mother and her mother had a confessional. I said, damn, at this point, can we get a baby a confessional? Like, what are we doing? But we're gonna get into it all. Do my little cheat cap, recap, whatever you want to call her, after y'all go like the video.
And I'm a bad bitch on the side, huh? She a ride or die, huh? He gon' be surprised, yo. He done caught a prize, yo. He gon' pack a smile, and it's for a while. No need to lie when he cannot deny, huh? He gon' get the bag and flip it. I'ma get the fucking bag, then my ass gon' trip it. Yeah, hey, he gon' get the bag and flip it. I'ma get the fucking bag, then my ass gon' trip it. Daddy, let me bag that. 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 He gon' get the bag and flip it.
Child, so we start the episode off with Trick Daddy deciding to have a party, and he invites a whole bunch of people who didn't even have the decency to show up to him in the hospital. I said, wow, what are we doing? What are we doing? You celebrating new life with people who didn't give a fuck about you in your old life? That's what we do? That's what we do? Okay, and then Trick had his ugly ass behind... I probably shouldn't say that. Trick had his facially challenged... Trick... This man that Trina be with... he decided to cook the food because y'all know that's what he does. Like I said on Patreon, girl, I don't know if it's my Taurus sun, my Taurus moon, my Taurus being in my 4th house, but I don't necessarily like to see my food when it get cooked, but I do like to see the cook if I can see the cook, because if the cook looks then I don't want the food. I don't want the food, and I don't want Trick and whatever's going on with his face. And I shouldn't be going in on this man, but would y'all eat Miss Netta's food? No, right? Okay, that's how I feel about Trick Daddy. One and the same. Trick Daddy, Miss Netta, one and the same. I would not want to eat his food. So, like, if it was like a little barbecue that somebody else was catering, okay, like food was being that's fine. But like, I don't even like eating at restaurants once I see them not using gloves. And I miss me with the whole, oh, it's more sanitary. Girl, I don't give a fuck. I'm just too particular about my food, and the fact that he was back there cooking and doing. Ooh, Trick, go sit down. Go sit down, because was your ass not just in the hospital, gallbladder problems or whatever the hell you was going through? Like, go sit down. Didn't they tell you to calm down your cholesterol and your fat and all of that? Like, calm it down. And now you already first thing you think about is food, and then you decide again to invite all of these people who couldn't even invite themselves to the hospital come see you, to come over and eat your free food? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But apparently he doing this because his son is on the show. Like, I don't know if his son was on the show before, but I guess his son is on the show now. And I guess the way that the blogs was going up for him the other day, child, you would have thought he was the cutest thing ever, the sexiest man in America. You would have thought he was DJ Khaled. Shout out to my husband. Okay, but he looked like Offset to me, but he okay, so he throwing this little party for him, child. I guess we got to introduce the son onto the show this season, because apparently he's sleeping around with his play cousin, but we'll get there when we get there. So, child, these screenshots is out of order, so we're going to have to bounce around a little bit. So we get to this nosy ass bitch, Miss Hollister, Miss Aeropostale. Okay, what's her name? What? She go by Hot Topic? Girl, you going to be whatever store in the mall we decide to call you that day. So anyways, back to Spencer's. Clock it. Back to Juicy Couture. No tour. Okay, she running around telling all the Victoria's Secrets. I said, girl, when you gonna mind your business? When you gonna mind a business that pays you? Because why are you even on the show? What's your relation to Trina? Oh, you her friend? Girl, stay in that place of a friend. Because why are you running around talking about her man? Where's your man? Where is your man? Why is your whole storyline Trina and her man? Why are you just so you're so fixated on it? And the fact that you actually leaked all of her business to the public, to the press, absolutely not. I would have to press her. So I can't wait for Trina to find out that this bitch decided to leak her information, because absolutely not. Absolutely. Who are you to leak my information? I would pop the shit out of her. So she's sitting down with this man. I don't know who this man is. I guess he's supposed to be a producer or something, child. It was giving messy, because she was like, yeah, and this girl was all up in my comments. He was like, ooh, let me see. I said, see, these niggas gossip just like bitches. But that's okay. Because speaking of bitches, child, my man who ignoring all of them for me, my man who ignoring all the bitches for me, he decides to go ahead and put up. I said, Black China, look at our man. Look at our man. We raised him right. Okay. He pulls up and he about the business. Okay. He's about the business. This episode made me fall in love with him even more, because this whole entire episode, he was not here for the shenan or the gans. He said, I understand that it's mess going on, but I'm here to do a job. Okay. So when Trick Daddy was like, oh, I got these twins, you know, they family, but they not family, but they family, but they not family, but they play cousins, but they not really, because we grew up together. Like, yeah, I'm gonna need you to go and produce them. He was like, oh, say less. I just moved back here, girl. I'm trying to pay off this rent. Miami rent is crazy. Like, say less. I could use the check. I said, I know that's right. Look at my husband. Look at my boyfriend doing what he's supposed to be doing. Okay. And speaking of doing what you're supposed to be doing, what the hell was Trick Daddy's son doing over there? What was he doing over there with Tia and Tamara? As soon as I saw them interacting with him, I was like, they fucking. They a little too. I was like, is that his sister? Because if that's not his sister, then they fucking. But we're going to say that for later. We're going to get to that. So next scene that we get, and I don't know if it's in chronological order. Like I said, at this point, these screenshots ain't, so deal with it. We get to Miss Jessica Domless. Okay, remember? Surprisingly, this episode, she looked a little less like Jessica Dom. So, I mean, I guess. But we get to Jessica Domless, and we get to Built Like a Brink Shuck. Okay? She sits down with her sister, and basically, she tries to pull this whole, oh, you know, he played with my heart, and da-da-da-da-da. I said, bitch, how was y'all talking a year but never met? But then you want to pull out a pregnancy test talking about I'm pregnant with his baby. Talking about oh, I just wanted to one up him because basically he played with her heart, quote unquote. And so she wanted to one up him and try to embarrass him on TV. And I'm just like, you was a dumb bitch. But a lot of bitches out there is dumb. And I'm sorry, miss me with the, oh, you hate what? Oh, I do. Ones that think like I do. I do. Because statistically, y'all making the rest of us look bad. Because the fact that there's so many of y'all out there getting played by these niggas and y'all see the red flags and y'all still overlook them, thinking, oh, my man, girl. Because you sitting there, my man, because your pussy, and he ain't never played in your pussy. Like, how does that even work? How are you dickmatized by a nigga whose dick you never even had? That's what I'm not getting. Is brains not in the skulls? Okay, because how are you giving your heart away to somebody who literally a year has gone by, you have not met them? What in the catfish on MTV? What? After about a week, I'm over it. A year, girl, bye. This is a conjured up storyline to bring her onto the show, and because Fabian is already a hoe, it's easy, low hanging fruit. But I'm just like, girl, you dumb. Get out of my face with this shit. So we move on over to Bobby, who looked like he paint, and Trina, child. They end up at this lobster shack, and honestly and truly, I don't know why they was there, because Bobby, who looked like he paint, he was like, listen, Trina, like, you know, I don't even like seafood, you know, I don't do shellfish. I guess I think people who don't eat seafood is weird. Like, y'all are weird as fuck, especially those of y'all that be like, oh, sea roaches. Girl, you have roaches. Like, shut up. So they sit down, they start eating. Well, Trina's eating. She's eating a lobster roll, and it's brought over by a very magnificent, masculine, beautiful man who I did not get a screenshot of, unfortunately, but he was absolutely gorgeous. I said, ooh, I know where I'm gonna be going when I go to Miami. Let me pull up the lobster shack and show this picture, see if he still work here, because he was fine as hell. But child, they go ahead, they sit down, and basically Bobby, who looked like he paint, he laying it down into Trina like, girl, I'm your cousin, okay, and why didn't I know this information? And Trina's basically like, listen, I didn't tell anybody because I didn't want y'all all in my face, jumping down my throat, talking about, oh, this, that, and a third, bringing me information, talking about, you know, picking out wet and colors and like, bitch, this was for me. This was for me. Let me be dumb on my own. Let me be dumb in peace. Okay. I don't want everybody's opinion. I want to be dumb on my own. And I want to share that with my man, not with the world. I said, okay, Trina. Okay. Because the way that you falling on this dick, I hope you're ready to fall down on that sword. Because it's coming. It's coming. Because the way that Bobby, who looked like he paint, tried to tell her about some news that he got a couple of months ago, she was like, oh, this about my husband? Yeah, we're not going there. We're not doing this. I said, okay, Trina. Okay, you know it all. He done told you it all from his perspective. I hope that there ain't nothing more to tell. I hope you know what you was doing, Trina. I hope you know. Okay. So we end up moving on from there. Then we get the Miss Bucky. Okay, Bucky. Yeah, like a mechanical bull, Bucky. That's about to be her name, Bucky, like a mechanical bull. Shout out to Beyonce. Okay, shout out to no, never mind. It's been a stressful week for her. Never mind. So Bucky, okay, she is. I don't know why that's making me laugh so much because it's so stupid. It's so stupid. So sometimes I'll just be like, where does this shit come from? Because y'all be like, oh my God, Sky, you so funny. Oh my God. Girl, I just literally just be sitting here talking a million miles a minute and I don't know what be coming out my mouth. That's that ADHD, that Gemini Mercury 5th house child. That ADHD child. So yeah, Bucky. Stop. I know y'all like it's not even that funny, girl. Listen, to me it is. Because the song is called Buckin', but her name is Bucky. Bucky. Listen, I'm corny as fuck. Okay, I'm corny as fuck. It's okay. I'm laughing by myself. Okay, I'm laughing by myself, just like Trina gonna be crying by herself. But anyways, Bucky decides to sit down with one of her managers, and she makes it known. Oh yeah, everybody in Miami got multiple managers, whatever. Yeah, because everybody in Miami trying to scam like everybody in Atlanta. Yeah, it's a known thing to have a business manager and a tour manager and da da da. But Shay, you ain't got that much going on. Cut it the fuck out. Aside from Love and Hip Hop, and when they be filming this show, we don't hear shit else about you. So please cut it out. Please cut it out. Like, what business are you managing, Shay? What business are you managing? Because lately it seemed to be the business of Amada, the business of Fabio, the business of your brother. What business of your own do you have to manage? Okay. And clearly nothing, because they sit down and then they talk about, oh, well, 2023 was an amazing year and you did $1 million. I said, that's it. Shay, you've been on TV 15 years and you only made $1 million? Girl, 15 years on this platform and you only made $1 million last year. Okay, girl. Okay, Bucky. Okay. Like a mechanical bull, girl. So anyways, they started getting into the bullshit. And, they started bringing up, Fabuloso or whatever. And basically the manager tells her, listen, I try to say out of y'all business or whatever. But as long as that shit don't interact with the business, then I'll stay out of it. But if it's interactive with the business, then I'm gonna have to step in and put my foot down. I said, oh, what's she gonna do? Okay. So we get to this random ass scene because now Trick Daddy, he's feeling like I got a whole new lease on life. And he decides to invite this random girl. I don't know who she is, but I feel like I've seen her before. And I don't think I've seen her on this show. I don't know. I've seen her from somewhere. She's so familiar. From somewhere, but she decides to invite her to this whole dinner or whatever. And I'm like, thank God. Thank God you hired a chef and you didn't cook. Thank God. Okay. But again, I hope that you were eating like the list of foods that was approved by your doctor, because Trick, you real excited since you've been out the hospital. Don't go right back. Huh? Yeah. Okay. But he sits down with her because he feels like she's the one who got away. Why he's feeling like that, I don't know. Because when he goes into the story about how he was fucking on her and then he decided to fuck all her friends, I said, okay, now what? So when at what point, in which pussy, in which friend did you start to realize, oh yeah, she was actually the one I should have stayed with? Huh? How do you fuck her and her whole entire friend group and then be like, yeah, but the one who's the nucleus is the one who got away? Like, what? But it's okay because she just as much of a hoe as him. He fucked all her friends and apparently she fucked all his friends. So listen, a win is a win. Maybe they are made for each other, child. I thought him and Joy was made for each other. No, apparently it's him and her. Okay, listen, hey, trick daddy for a reason. I guess she tricked mommy. They both tricks, I guess. Talking about some, oh, you the best D I ever had. You got the prettiest D in the world. I said, what? Excuse me? Y'all must ain't seen the niggas I done been with. Okay. Anyways, so we get to the Siamese twins. Child, we get to the studio, and I always tell y'all, one twin is always bigger than the other. I'll tell y'all this every single show where we see twins. One twin is always fatter or bigger or thicker than the other one. I don't know if it has to do with breast milk and breastfeeding, because you know mothers be saying that when they breastfeed their child, that like one titty ends up like bigger than the other one. Well, child, that's how these twins be looking. Okay, because clearly you can tell that the one on the right looks a little bit more developed than the one on the left. It's not saying that the one on the left looks underdeveloped, but like when you look at both of them closely and examine, it looks like one is at 55% and then the other one is at 45%, if that makes sense. It's like one is at 60%, one is at 40%. Instead of it being like an equal split down the middle, it's like one has a little bit more, one has a little bit less. I mean, they look good, they both pretty, but it's just clear that the one on the right is like way more developed. Whatever. So, child, they in the motherfucking studio with my husband. Okay, they in the studio with my husband, and this is what we find out, that Trick Daddy's play nieces is deciding to fuck around with the son for real. Okay. I mean, listen, I don't even think they was cousins like that growing up. You know what I'm saying? Even if they was, it's like they not blood. Like attraction is attraction, right? And so it's like, I guess we're supposed to be led to believe that, oh, they was out in the field getting it together. They was, you know, in the basketball hoops playing get the fuck out and playing jump rope and, you know, playing flag football and all of this together, playing cops and robber. Girl, I don't know if they was doing all of that. I highly doubt it. But either way, they keep trying to use this studio session and use my man's time. Okay, use my man's place of business, his goddamn workplace, to sit and talk about this bullshit. And my man had to keep interrupting. Because see, at first, before they even brought up the fact that one of the twins was fucking on Trick Daddy's son, fucking on a play cousin, I thought that the storyline was about to be, oh, my man was in the studio fucking on one of the twins, or fucking, you know, about to be all up on the twin, and then here come Black China walking in inappropriate, you know, walking on sign inappropriate, and then next thing you know, Black China clocking in. But no. They decided to go with the angle of the twins fucking on a play cousin. And I said, okay, I like that. And then the fact that my man was sitting there speaking up, like basically like, listen, this is my place of work. Y'all bitches here to work or not? Because y'all on studio time, and time is money. Y'all want to hit record, right? Okay, so get over here and record this hit. Otherwise, y'all can get the fuck out. I said, oh, I know that's right. I said, put them in a place, daddy. Put them in a place. I said, oh, okay. Because when it comes to Angela, fuck her. Not Angela, child. When it comes to Black China, okay, when it comes to her and her sobriety and all that, girl, don't nobody want to hear that shit. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. But when it comes to my man and him talking about, well, not even talking about, but just showing that he's actually a decent dude, that is refreshing to see on these reality TV shows, especially on Love and Hip Hop, where every other dude is grimy and sitting there and would fuck on the twins inside the studio. Hell, we seen Stevie J do grimy shit like that all the time. So the fact that he didn't do all of that, it not only let me know that I could trust my man, but it also let me know that he's really a good guy. And I like that. I like that for me and Black China. I love that for us. So we get to this scene right here, okay? Because first of all, when Bucky, when she was in the car driving with the baby, I was like, why that camera all in that baby face? I was like, why the hell is that camera all in that baby face like that? But I was wondering where the hell she was going, because she like, I got my baby, I got this suitcase, I done packed some Pampers, I done packed some clothes, I done packed some diapers, I done packed some formula. I'm like, where the hell is you going? I know damn well you're not going all the way over back to the house to sit and curse Fabuloso out with the baby and with this suitcase. Like, are you planning to send the baby with him? But she was like, no, we're not doing that. We're going over to Mommy Dearest house, and she gonna watch the baby. She gonna watch the baby while I go and curse this thing out. I said, oh, that's what we do now? That's what we do in 2024? I thought the old excuse was, hey, can you watch the baby while I cover this shift? And then we go to the club. No, you just flat out be like, listen, Ma, you was right. Watch the baby while I go fuck this nigga up. And then the mother had the nerve to tell her, girl, do what you got to do. I said, ooh, what is she talking about? What is she talking about? Not do what you got to do. Do whatever you have to do. Mother, what does that mean? What does that mean? Now she's still mad that Fabulosa was disrespecting her. Because what does do whatever you have to do mean? Shay, you got a gun in that car? Are y'all allowed to carry in a 305? I said, oh no, what is this girl about to do? So child, Bucky, she decides to go over to the house. And they have a conversation. And this whole entire time, Bucky is sitting there crying. And I'm just like, girl, what are we crying for? What are we crying for? She like, I don't know what to do at this point. I don't know if we should just break up. I'm like, ding, ding, ding. That's the answer right there. But she decides to keep going. She like, I don't know if we need to break up. I don't know if we need to go to therapy and try to work it out. I said, no. Why do y'all bitches always think that therapy is the answer? It's not. It's not. All you're going to do is go someplace and then sit down and they're going to tell you how to process your feelings. Girl, y'all not compatible. Y'all don't need to be together. Stop trying to fit a triangle into a goddamn square puzzle. Stop. It's not going to work. It's not going to work, sis. It's not going to work. Clearly, it ain't been working. It ain't going to continue to work. Like, cut it out. Y'all don't need to be together. Oh, maybe therapy, but it's not. It's not. Just say goodbye. Just say goodbye. If this is even a real relationship. So that's what they sitting there discussing. And anyways. So we get to build like a Brinks truck. We get to her party. And Bobby, who looked like he paint, he over there sitting there talking to Claire's. He over there sitting there talking to Claire's. Okay. Sitting there talking to Boutique in the middle of the mall. So Bobby, who looked like he paint, is sitting there talking to Boutique in the middle of the mall. Cause y'all know how you go to the mall and they just be having them random boutiques sitting there. It's like, girl, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Okay, why are you selling popcorn in the middle of the goddamn mall? The food court is upstairs, ho. Upstairs. The fuck? But child, he ends up going over there to speak to her. And this is when I realized, I said, this bitch only got one wig. Because in every scene that she's been in, she's had the same exact wig. Same exact wig. Okay, black with the blonde in the front. And then got the nerve to be wearing that shit in a confessional. I said, wow, she really only got one wig. Instead of being all up in Trina's business, maybe you need to be all up in somebody's place of business, buying you some new bundles. Because why are we repurposing the same wig? Had the nerve to show up to the goddamn event with it wavy this time. I said, oh, without. Look what we doing. Not you putting a twist on it. Okay, she had a straight one scene. Next thing she said, bitch, I'm gonna give him the body wave. Okay. So her and Bobby, who look like he paint, they sitting there talking, and of course it's about Trina. Of course it's about her business. Bobby, who look like he paint, is just like, listen, I'm staying out of that. I'm not trying to get exiled like this is Survivor. I'm not trying to stop talking to Trina based off some bullshit. But you look like you just you want it with Trina. So if you want to go there with her, then go there with her. But like you coming in here all hot, mad at me because I'm sitting with what you call ops, girl. It's never that big of a deal. It's never that serious. Security ends up coming, breaking up in between them as though Bobby, who looked like he paint, was about to hit her. He wasn't. But they end up separated. And mind you, I'm sitting here watching this and I'm like, I know that this whole entire scene was awkward because the way that Love and Hip Hop films is they don't speak. The extras are not allowed to speak. So it has to be quiet on set. The only people that talks is the people who the camera is currently focused on. So it was quiet on set. Clearly Trina was there with her people. Clearly she knew what was going on. And so I just didn't I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it. And mind you, this is a club scene that was more than likely shot at like 2 p.m. in the afternoon. How do I know that? Because I used to get emails all the time from Mariah Lynn's manager asking if I wanted to come and be an extra for Love and Hip Hop New York scenes. So it's just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? This shit is so produced. But she getting all hype or whatever. Like I said, security comes, breaks them up. They was never even about to fight anyways. Oh, I completely forgot about this scene right here because it was bullshit. I forgot to tell y'all. So Hollister at some point during the episode has sat down with one of Trina's boyfriend's alleged baby mothers. And I don't give a fuck what she got to say. I'm not one of them people that's just like, oh, women are never wrong. Women are always right. I'm completely fit. Girl, F all of that. It's a lot of birds out here and it's a lot of women that make the rest of us look fucking bad. It's a lot. And she's one of them. Long story short, this girl and Trina's boyfriend was working together. They were co-workers. She didn't even know the nigga's last name before the nigga nutted inside her. And then she decided to keep the goddamn baby. Mind you, she didn't know his last name, didn't know shit about him at all, but she decided to keep the baby because I guess she just wanted to be a mother so bad. But she knew that the man was cheating on her the entire time. She tried to act like she didn't know, but she saw red flags before. And then once she got pregnant, she quote unquote got it confirmed that he was cheating on her. And she still decided to have this baby by this man that she did not know, that clearly did not want a baby, that was clearly out there for the streets. And then now she wants to bring the bullshit to us because now she's chasing down child support. All because she see that he's on TV flexing with Trina and married. If that ain't the most bird behavior I've ever heard of in my life, but it's so typical. It's so everyday. And then people will get behind her and rally behind her and be like, well, niggas ain't shit, and get your money and get your bag, sis. And that's his baby too. And he should. Y'all already know how I feel about that. I already did a video on it. And my sentiments remain the same. You decide to take your body, not even your body. Ooh. But if you decide to keep a baby, then that's your baby then. Because when you get ready to argue, it's going to be my child, my baby, da-da-da-da, and my body. Okay, so then you raise that child alone then. Because I don't know what part of that whole interaction between you and him gave that he was wanting to be a parent. And the whole, oh, he should have wore a condom, so should he. So should she have. Took two people to lay down. You opened up your legs and allowed this degenerate to nut inside you, not even knowing his last name. It's one thing to have sex. We all had sex. We all fuck. But you allow him to nut in you, not even knowing his last name. But miss me with all of the other stuff. Like, child, I'm not about to go too deep into it because I already did on Patreon and how I felt. But I'm going to just say this. If she really felt like she wanted to go after him for anything, why are you coming to us? Why not just go back to the job that y'all worked at, huh? You say he was a dishwasher at the job that y'all both worked at. Why not just go back there and find out his full name? Because it's bullshit. Talking about something, I can't find him. I've been trying to serve him papers. No, bitch, you've been trying to get on the show. Because that's not the way that it works. The way that it works is you go down to the court, you file at the court, and the courts handle the rest. This ain't no like civil lawsuit where you gotta get somebody, get a third party to go and drop off a package and make it look like a gift when you've been served. That's not how this works. It's not how any of this works. But okay, anyways, like I said, I gave my full thoughts about that on Patreon. I ain't got the energy to do that now. And then we get to this last scene. After Built Like a Brain Shark, she gets on stage, she performs her can't say hit single, but child, she performs her, I ain't never got the word for it, but she gets on stage and she performs a song, and out of nowhere her boyfriend decides to come in halfway through the performance and propose. The same boyfriend that she was just threatening to kick out 2 episodes ago, the same boyfriend who she was so tired of she went and bought an Airbnb in Miami to get away from. And then this bitch has the nerve to say yes. Meanwhile, everybody's cheering for her, clapping for her, and we supposed to be all engaged, all happy and engaged. And then come next episode, she's shopping for wedding dresses. And then getting upset at people bringing information to her, telling her, I don't think you should marry him. Like, what are we doing? What are we, Mona bitch, what are we doing? What are we doing? But like I said, it's a lot of women out here moving foolish like this, seeing the red flags, overlooking it because my man, I'm different. My pussy, my good cooking. I'm different. No, that's what y'all had. He's not going to be that way with me. And then turn around when the shit happens, then y'all want all of us to suddenly listen and suddenly be there for, girl, fuck you. Dumbass. Fuck you and your dumb ass because you knew not to get involved with this Negro. You saw the red flags. You read the Yelp reviews, or maybe you ignored them. Either way, that's on you. That's on you. You can't always get your money back. I'm sorry, the customer is not always right. Sometimes you are the jackass. You should have known before you step foot into that establishment, just like you should have known before you let this nigga that you did not know ejaculate inside of you. I do not feel bad. Miss me with the whole, oh well, that's still half his responsibility. I don't have the space or the bandwidth to argue about that because I'm gonna always feel how I feel. I just feel like if you decide to make grown up decisions like that, seeing as how it takes 2 to lay down when to decide to change the fate of 2 people's lives, then you need to be prepared to be a single parent. I think at the point in which somebody ejaculates in you, period, you should already have it in the back of your mind and be prepared to be a single parent. Too many people like to get caught up in a fantasy. Like even Shay, he promised me, even built like a Bring Shuck sister. Her, Shay, Zoe, Amada. What's wrong with all these bitches on this show? Ain't nobody got a brain for real? Everybody just caught up in a delusion, blinded by love and blinded by lies. Like that was literally the name of the episode, Blinded by Lies. What's wrong with y'all? Turn it on. Is brains not in our heads? What's going on? I don't understand. I don't have the bandwidth to argue about it though. So y'all let me know how you felt about all of that in the comment box below. Chill as if I give up. And definitely make sure that you want to stream my music as if you give up. Patreon.com/Santana. And I'll see y'all hoes. And thealonnishoes.com is on screen in the description. Go book a reading. I did put up 6 Zodiac readings today. I'll put up the other 6 tomorrow. Go book a reading. Where's the outro?
Tell you every time I saw on the universal bed. Tell you every time I saw on the bed. None of these bitches is touching. She's a bomb. She's a bomb to these hoes. She's a bomb. She got shine. She got